Hey guys, what's up? So in this video we are going to learn how we can deploy our node applications to Heroku using command line interface. So Heroku is a cloud-based platform that lets you host your web applications very easily. It also lets you add various add-ons and update your apps, create new apps very easily. So let's get started. So as you can see, this is the web page of Heroku.com. Heroku has a very good free tier plan that we are going to use. So first of all you have to do is sign up for an account, or I have already signed up for an account, so I'm gonna just log in. All you have to do is sign up. It's pretty easy. There's nothing complicated about it. So as you can see, this is my dashboard. So I have a few apps already deployed, so your dashboard is going to look a bit different, but don't worry, we are going to host your first node application soon. So the second thing that we have to do is download Commander. So Commander is basically a better version of command prompt in Windows. It lets you execute Linux commands as well. So if you are on Windows, then only you have to follow this step. But if you are on Linux or on Mac, then you don't have to follow this step. So downloading Commander is very easy. You can just go to commander.net and download this full version which comes with Git as well. So you can just download it. It's a zip file, and then you can just unzip it and it will look something like this. So once you unzip it, it will look something like this. All you have to do is click on this commander icon, and it will open. So the commander looks something like this. So the next step that we have to do is download the Heroku CLI. So to download the Heroku CLI, you can just type Heroku CLI, and it will take you to Heroku Dev Center web page. After that, you have to go to download and install. As you can see, we have Heroku CLI for Mac, Windows and Ubuntu. Depending on your operating system, you have to download it and install it. So I have already installed this Heroku CLI. There's nothing complicated about it. It's a simple installation. You can just go ahead and install it. So once you install it, then you have to open your Commander. So we are going to use Git to deploy our application to Heroku. So in this course, I'm going to assume that you all know about Git. So I'm not going to go into depth of what Git is, but I'll put a link in the description there where you can visit and read more about Git. So the first thing we have to do is we have to direct to our folder that we have stored our code in. So let me just direct myself there. So mine is in node web server, so you can just direct to yours. So now we are going to initialize the git process. So for that, I'll try git init, and it will initialize the git process. After that, we will add the files to git. Okay, let me first check the status of the files. So for that, I'll just type git status. As you can see, it's showing me the files that we have. that are not added. So to add the files, we will just type git add dot and it will add all the files. Let me just clear the terminal. Now if we type git status, as you can see it says changes ready to be committed and it's green. So to commit our changes, we will just type git commit with the message first commit. So our changes are committed. Now if we just type git status, you can see it says nothing to commit. Let me just clear the terminal. Now to initialize the Heroku process, the first command that we have to type is Heroku dash dash help. It's taking some time. So as you can see, it went through some processes and it is showing you all the commands that you have with Heroku. You can just go through these commands. It will help you in various instances. So the next step that we have to do is log in into our Heroku account. So for that, um, we need to type the command Heroku login. So as you can see, it is asking for my credentials. So first of all, I will enter my email. It's hidden because for security purposes. Then I'll have to type my password. So as you can see, I am inside the Heroku, but it doesn't show me because of some security purposes. But don't worry, we are inside. So now what we have to do is add our SSH keys to Heroku. For that, we will type a command Heroku keys :add. What this will do is it will add your public SSH key to Heroku. As you can see, it asking for my permission and it is uploading the key. As you can see, it says done. So to check our Heroku keys, we can just type Heroku keys and it is showing my Heroku key. So to check our connection, we can just type S. To check our connection with Heroku, we can just type SSH -v get @Heroku dot com. So we can just type enter. And as you can see, it going through all the processes that we do. So as you can see, it says authentication succeeded. So I have done this before, so it didn't ask for my permission, but in your case it might ask for your permission if you want to establish a connection with Heroku. So don't worry, that's all you have to do is say yes and it will connect you to Heroku. So let me just clear the terminal. Now we are ready to deploy our app to Heroku. So the first step that we have to do is we have to type a command Heroku create. So as you can see, it is creating our app and it gave us a URL which is the one in blue. This is our app URL that we will be visiting once we are done deploying our app. So the next thing that we have to do is push our code to Heroku. But before that, we need to make some changes in our code, because Heroku does all the things automatically. So we have to set various things to make sure that happens. Let me just open my project folder. So as you can see, this is my project folder. It contains all the codes and templates. So the first step that we have to do is we have to use a variable for this port number. Here we have set it locally, but for Heroku, we have to make some changes. So Heroku uses environment variables. Let me just open my commander. So environment variables are variables that depend on the system for a particular process. To know the environment variables, you can just type env in and press enter, and you can see it is showing you all the environment variables available. Let me just clear the terminal. So the environment variable that Heroku uses is port. Let me show you how it's done. So first of all, we will create a variable named port, and we will set it to process.env.port. So process.env is basically an object that stores the environment variables. But when we are using locally in our own computer, for that we will set another method so that we can use the port 3000 while we are developing locally. For that I will just use the OR operator and name the port number. So we have to change it, the static port number, to the variable that is port. So now it's done, and it is set up according to Heroku. The next thing that we have to do is we have to put a start command. So we all know that to start a node app, we type the command node and the name of the server file, which in my case is app.js. But while you are deploying your app in Heroku, you cannot type the command. So you have to tell Heroku that yes, this is my command, by specifying it in your package.json file. So we will be putting it in the scripts as an object, as an element of object. So scripts are basically commands that we can specify. So let me just put it here. We will type start is the command, and after that we will type node app.js. In my case, my file name is app.js. In your case, it might be something different, maybe server.js or something else. So you have to specify it accordingly. So always remember that this start is very specific to Heroku, and you cannot change it to something else. You need to make sure that you type it just like this. So we are done with our changes in code. Now we are ready to deploy it to Heroku. So before that we need to commit our changes. So we will just type git status. You can see two files are modified. We will just add them. Then we will just commit them with a message Heroku changes. You can type any message you like. Now if we type git status, it says nothing to commit. So let me just clear the terminal. So now we have to deploy our app to Heroku. So to deploy our app, all we have to do is push our local code to Heroku. For that, we will type Heroku. No, sorry. We will type git push Heroku master. So this is the command that will push our local code to Heroku servers and will make our app ready to be deployed. So after you press enter, it will take some time. It will be doing all sorts of things like installing the packages and going through all the processes, and it will take some time. And as you can see, it says it's done, and we can just visit to this URL to see our app. So let me just copy it and visit the URL. So as you can see, this is the app that I was trying to deploy. It's a very basic app, nothing much. So yes, that's it. This is how you can deploy your apps to Heroku. So now one thing that I want to include, that what how can you deploy your app again once you have made some changes. So for that, let me show you. So suppose let me just go to any template, home template, and let me just change this title random website. So for that, so it's changed. Now we have to make the changes and commit it to git. So let me just type git status. As you can see, it shows that file has been modified. So let me just type git add views home. Now we will commit it with a message change in template. So we have committed the changes. So again we have to type git push Heroku master to push our code, the changes that we have made, back to Heroku. If we press enter, Heroku will be going through all the processes that needs to be done. So yeah, it has completed the process, and it says it is ready. So if we go to the app and reload it, you can see, if you go to the home page, as you can see, it says random website, because we made the changes to the title of the home page. As you can see, home.hbs. So yeah, this is how you deploy your app to Heroku. If you have any problem, you can just comment it in the comment section, and I will try to resolve it. Yeah, that's it. Thank you.